What's up, guys? Low Rails again. Back with another pickup. Something I've been hunting for. Um, and also there's a little explanation to how I got it and everything like that. So let's just get straight into it. No beating around the bush. Picked up the Cool Gray Nines. Self-explanatory. These are sick. I had the chance to get them for a price I was willing to pay. You know, desktop 200, which is a steal to me. A steal to me. Um, yeah, I just like the smoke gray sole. Honestly, that's my favorite part of the shoe, the gray sole, the smoke gray sole, whatever. But I was on Instagram and there was a store. They had kind of leaked that they were gonna be opening near my town, basically down the street from me, and I was pretty excited about that. So I just kept an ear to the ground, to the pavement, and then eventually I found out they were opening today. So, I did my errands and everything, and then I got done before about 2, so I, rolled around there. Line was crazy. Met a lot of cool people. Now, this is where it gets kind of tricky because, let me get another 360 of the shoe right quick. Put them down. I I appreciate shoe stores becoming more popular in Jersey, but I know that since boutiques, if you want to call them that, can't really compete with like the Flight Clubs and the A Lifes and Image New York and all those other stores like Exclusive in New York, they have to come over here and try and make a lane in a way, not to directly compete, but have something for us, and I appreciate that. That's cool. Um, Maybe this is just me being stupid to another part of the shoe game, but I didn't know that a shoe store opening doesn't mean a shoe store opening with a Nike account and a Jordan account and tier zero, whatever tier you have, whatever lifestyle, quick strike, anything. It doesn't mean they're gonna give you the benefit of having a retail grand opening. And I was like, oh, all these kicks for retail in line, and people like looked at me like, and I was just like, oh shit. So what did I just walk into? So they told me, yeah, these guys are. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Basically, I realized in that moment how much I still had to. Is out of focus and everything. How much I still have to learn about the in and outs of the shoe market. Not even the culture, but the market, like how that works in relation to people who collect and things like that. So that was that. Um, I felt really stupid in that first 30 seconds of me finding that out. It was just like, oh shit. But they we joked about it and everything. But I waited like 3 hours, and they had everything from the Cool Grays to fighter jets to everything you can name that came out in the past couple of years. But what I didn't know was basically, and I'm seeing a trend basically with new stores that are popping up. It's resellers, and it might be one major one or a group of big kingpin resellers who throw their money together and they get a store and they open it to the public. Now, with a store comes rent, mortgage, or whatever, what have you, utilities, making sure the store is presentable, and being a part of that community. And when two worlds morph and one isn't, like when the shoe world and a town morph, as in the store opens and they're trying to do business in that community, there has to be a level playing field or a level ground, and I don't see that with what is happening just down the street from me. And no hard feelings, but I just shit, I didn't like I mean, you can't get mad at a hookup, but I didn't really like that. I was waiting in line for 3 hours, and people were like cutting the line because they had money, and they knew the owners from the streets and everything like that. Just connects and everything. You can't get mad at a connect, but at least let your people in an hour early before it opens or something. But don't have people waiting and it's hot and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother issue, and I don't want to fucking sound like a little whiny little bitch at the moment. I get in there. They have stuff I'm looking for down the road, but I wasn't looking to even try and pay for that. But I didn't know that's what it seems like is happening. Like, it's just resellers catching on and doing the next best thing is to team up and make even more money off of people. Like, they were charging like 400 for the Barkley posits or whatever, the Chuck posits. Like, each version, the Area 72s were like 475 or 500, which is ridiculous to me, at least. Royal ones, they didn't even have any. That was one of the few things they didn't have. They didn't have those or Thunder 4s, I don't think. They have Red 11s in abundance, but there's 500,000 pairs, so I'll probably be able to get those. But it was just like the other thing that I had talked about in my other video, like the youth catching on into the shoe game. That this really, really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I was just, and their customer service was just horrible. Like, I didn't even get a receipt, and part of me wanted to get my money back. But I was looking for these, so it wasn't like I just copped something just to compensate for not having the Concord lows, the SBs that released like last week or something like that. So I found, I have a list of things I'm looking for, so I can check the Cool Gray 9s off. But I don't know. I'm rambling now, but it's a cool spot, and I'm not gonna plug them and give them a bad rap or anything. I wish them all the best, but I know that to survive across town, you're gonna have to lower your prices and kind of pull yourself out the resale game or just close up shop. And I give them maybe a year and a summer, or just this summer and maybe next winter, and they're gonna have to move because the prices they're charging and the community they're in are on level playing fields. And it is an upscale community, but it's just, you can't have that and expect you can't be a reseller, expect to go into somebody else's community and tell them what they're going to pay. You're trying to help yourself by giving them a service, and you can't have that jacked up price attitude in somebody else's community. Where you're from, that's cool. People know you, you know them. They know what's up. Now, that's the regular people in the community. They might want a nice pair of shoes for their kids or something, but they go in there and then they see the 350 for SBs. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna work. And we were in line. I was in line, and the Bugs Bunny Day came out last week. Somebody down in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. Just let me know. They came out last Saturday, I think, and like they're in abundance like crazy. Like, I heard there's still stores getting them. Like, there's probably gonna be 2 more restocks, and stores still haven't sold out of all their pairs. But he had the 8s in his bag, and I was like, well, are they selling stuff for retail? And this is when I asked the first time. I was like, nah, man, I paid $250, and I was just like, what? And that almost like pulled me out of the line, because 160 to 250, no, maybe 160 to 210 or 200. 210 is like the benchmark for like, it came out last week. Like, I know you have to make your profit back, but don't charge people arm and a leg like that. It's a grand opening. Like, come on, if you're gonna be a reseller store, just say you're pretty much a consignment resale store. Don't act like it's a regular store, because that's what I thought. And they were on Instagram and they weren't putting prices on the pictures they had. And I learned that they were just a group of resellers who smartened up and got their heads and their wallets together, and they just kind of capitalized on what's going on now. And I looked in the back because I made a note to myself to look to see what their stock was like, and it was all unorganized. It was Dunk boxes on top of Jordan boxes on top of Air Max boxes on top of Foam Posite boxes, and it was just like, now, like, it's pretty obvious. Like, most shoe stores, and I don't know if this is always true, but most of the time I see certain stock at a certain place. SBs are on this wall, SBs are on that wall, Jordans are on this wall, trainers are on this wall, and they have them in size order and, price order, should you get a limited release or something. But it was just like, they just helter skelter, and where they were grabbing pairs and this and that. Like, it and the store was just too small. Like, it feels like my room was damn near bigger than the front counter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hassle myself to the counter, walk through people who aren't even buying stuff, and then have to haggle with two different clerks to set a price, because the first guy said 240, and I was not paying for 240 for these, because they're not worth it. The OGs from 2001, I think, are worth it. That's cool, but these are not worth 240. I paid 200 for these, and that was a deal, because I saw 220 at the Soul Exchange, and I was really about to pay that, but thankfully I didn't. But it's just, I don't know where I don't know where this store is gonna go, and I don't know what this means for the shoe culture in this area. Honestly, I'm happy they opened the store. That's cool, but I already don't like the favoritism. But I know, you can't get mad at a hookup. I just don't appreciate that to the fullest as I should. Maybe I, have to get over it, but I think that's wrong in a way. But that's another issue, and I'm still rambling, so I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and things like that. Follow me on Twitter, Solely Motivated, SOLELY Motivated. Instagram, same thing. And yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.